Welcome to Hardaway Wrestling, boys. It is midweek Matt Chat. We are here.
Week-ass Wednesday.
Week-ass Wednesday. Well, it's that. Yeah, and you know what that means. Bad ratings for Dynamite. Oh, no, Scotty, what?
I mean, you might not be lying.
Okay, so we were recording this before Dynamite. What do we think the ratings are gonna be? Like they were, I haven't seen last week's ratings, but they were 400 or 500,000 the week prior. I'm assuming they were probably somewhere in the fives last week. What do we think this week is going to be? Are they going to dip into the fours?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, AEW is just all over the place. The stories are god awful right now. So why nobody's watching it.
I don't think anybody gives a shit about the Continental Classic tournament. I mean, I don't.
No, I don't think so either. There's no real meat behind it. It's just basically a lot of soccer matches. You know, they're scoring points and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not interested. Last year, not so bad. Winning Wednesday, remind me who won this week's fantasy. We'll get into it, Rob.
Yeah,
We'll get into it.
Just because you won 1 week doesn't mean you're in first place.
Yeah, it's like the smartest kid on the fucking short bus. Like he's still, like he's not last anymore. The guy who's last. I mean, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go to get into Fantasy League here. I will. First off, let's start about this weekend. We had the USW Awards ceremony down in Pasadena, Maryland. Why do they do it so far away from my house? I will never know. Terrible. 2 hour. It's like an hour and 45-minute drive. At least it wasn't bad weather. He sat up front on a short bus. Yeah, you definitely sat up front on a short bus. So, all the way down to Pasadena, Maryland. Nice little program put on by USW. And Brian Hardy and Caleb. Actually, Caleb. Brian don't do shit. Caleb does all the work. We know. Yeah. We know who does everything. So, but nice little award ceremony. I was nominated for three awards, and here's how many awards I won. Zero. So, home of the Hardys. Yeah, Pasadena is home of the Hardys.
You and Adam got snubbed on all the awards you guys were nominated for, which I thought was hysterical.
No, not only that, Huck Sawyer got snubbed, and he was nominated for seven, and he got 0. And that man sat in that building with fur on. And I can tell you right now, I've been in buildings for long periods of time with fur on, and it is not comfortable. So,
in the middle of summer, too.
And Huck's already got, right. I've done some July shows. It was stupid. I'm dumb. But Huck, already has fleas. Lacey Hardy's in there. There's the spider lady. She walked away with 2.
3.
3? She had 3? She only got 2 hands. You should not be able to get more awards than you have hands.
Well, that's why Alex was carrying the 3rd one, I think.
Okay. So yeah, she got most hated OMG moment of the year. Did she get that?
Yeah, the drumstick. Explain
that first off, we should have never celebrated the fact that some CU in Toledo used a drumstick against another huge rig. Yeah. Another wrestler. How did Owens dive off the top rope into 5 dudes? It was amazing, and did not win OMG moment of the year. I'm super surprised. So, but anyway, Lacey is the most hated. We talked about it before we got started here. Lacey is, and I love her. She's the top of the bitch level. I mean, if there is a level of bitch, Lacey is there. Like that is Lacey. If some shit goes down, they pull Lacey to the front of the pile and they say, take care of shit. Right.
Well, no, But here's the thing: if shit's going down, Lacey's usually the one starting it.
Well, yeah, sorta, yeah. But congratulations, Lacey. She deserves it. I don't know if she deserves most hated because she's a sweetheart, but yeah, you know what? She probably does. Yeah, she probably does.
She definitely deserves most hated.
She was cutting some very good promos during that award show.
She's a natural. The fact that she won the most hated award and then said basically tore everybody up for voting for her, I fucking loved it. I mean, it's exactly what I would have done. And now I'm going to model myself after Lacey Hardy. So
you're gonna do the eye makeup?
Lacey says, I don't start nothing. I end it. Duh. But no, she we had some surprising wins. Wrestler of the year happened to be Axel Crow, right? Axel Crow got Wrestler of the Year.
No, Brian was Wrestler of the Year.
Did Brian get Wrestler of the Year?
Yes.
They were tag team. They were tag team of the year.
They got tag team of the year. I didn't realize. I thought Corey got, or he got best. Corey got, or Axel got best
gear.
Best gear,
which I thought Jonathan Cross should have won that hands down.
Absolutely is the worst. How does that guy? And again, we can get into this, but these things are popularity contests. I'm in the middle of one right now, which I'm running away with against Rob. These are popularity contests. Honestly, if you're going to do this the right way, it needs to be internal. It doesn't need to be left up to idiot fans who have zero clue. Because Axel wears face paint, they think he's got the best gear. Not true. Not true. Axel's been wearing the same gear for about 10 years, and he finally got new gear about 4 months ago, and now he wins Gear of the Year. So I voted for you. Just thank you, Lacey, and I voted for me too. So
with his other 10 bot accounts.
Well, wait. Well, that might have been. What did I vote for myself with? Actually, I don't even know what the voting was. So. We won't ever know. Saving those votes for the last day. You better.
Yeah, they posted the vote totals.
They're up right now. The vote, which is another thing. Like, I don't think you should be able to see the votes. I think you should be able to vote once, not vote again, and to have it locked in. Josh Austin, what's up, buddy? I think you should be able to vote once and that's it. Have it locked in. I think. Just because you like everybody doesn't mean you vote for 4 different people. Like, I think it's a waste of fucking votes. I mean, again, you couldn't vote for the president 7 times. I mean, unless it was a year that Hillary ran. So again, I just think I don't know. It just needs to be more nice. But it is a popularity contest. And I think I'm up right now I'm up for 2 awards for ATCW. And one of them, I don't even know because I was so far behind. I'm only paying attention to Moment of the Year. Carlsberg, which is honestly, it took 11 months for us to get here. And on the 11th, on the 11th hour, Jonathan Cross comes in with tiny underwear and is going to take Moment of the Year most likely. So, but that's a legit, like, I loved Rob's moment. I love that where he hits AA. I'm not a big fan of him hitting AA, but it was a great punch. And I was like, oh, that was pretty awesome. If Rob would have dressed up in Goldberg's gear, winner. Automatic winner. First off, those dogs are being eaten by his ass.
All the fans would have walked out if they saw
probably. Then you have Frostberg.
Oh, that's pretty funny. So
that's funny.
Anyway, these are all popularity contests. I've seen some stuff online where people are posting about bots and whatever. Listen, I have a Fired Up Entertainment account. I have my personal account. We have Hardway Wrestling account. I have a Jonathan Cross account. Why would I not use them to my benefit? Why would I not use them to my benefit? So you can say bot accounts all you want. I'm not, whatever. whatever. Get yourself a better following, I guess, with these bot accounts. But anyway, it's no big deal. It's just, it's all for fun. But anyway, the USW thing was pretty awesome. So, Scotty, do you want to explain exactly what your fucking malfunction was on Saturday and while you're explaining it, I will pull up I will pull up your mess.
Yes.
I knew I should have traded him a ham sandwich for that Scotty in the bank.
So I was ready to cash in. I was gonna make a video. I was gonna get my form in.
I think you should have to make a video anyway, regardless.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I think you always have that. I think if you cash in, you gotta cut a promo.
Did it from the second deck in the link.
Yeah, I did.
I agree.
Freezing my dick off.
While I was chugging $16 beers.
Yes.
So I had a little malfunction at the junction, getting ready because I was going to fill out the form first thing in the morning on Saturday and get ready to go to the USW Awards banquet. Well, I had a little malfunction at the junction, trying to find my normal pair of dress pants that I usually would wear to any formal dress-up event like that. And couldn't find them. So I had to go with a secondary option, which didn't work quite as well as I had hoped. And while I'm just kind of running around here like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get myself together, everything slipped my freaking mind. And I think we just lost. Oh, no, there he is. You all right there, Jason?
Yeah. Did I black out there?
Yeah, you left, came back, now you're frozen.
Your signal's dying too. Your signal is really bad. Anyways, hopefully we're still recording on the air.
Yeah, good. We're good.
I completely missed my opportunity to cash in, and I didn't even fill out my form. It wasn't until Rob Frosty Wells sent us a message on Facebook saying, anybody watching the pay-per-view, that I looked over to Jason and I said, what time was the cutoff?
5 minutes ago.
And it was like 6:45. I was like, I won't cuss on air, but I was none too happy. So I completely just blank.
I will give you credit, Scotty. You did look pretty good there, dressed up as a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And he's frozen again. You better close that extra window.
Close the window, dude. Close the window. We can't. Your signal's bad.
Pretty good. Pretty. Funny.
Every time you open that window, your signal goes to crap. There we go. So,
how about now? We good to go? We good to go now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Tim made a pretty good comment that about your tie being being super short.
Okay. Yeah, and you also have to remember, I honestly haven't dressed up in like 5 years. Last time I dressed up was for a job interview, and that wasn't even like full dress up. I'll let a little cat out of the bag. The job interview I had was over video chat. So I literally just put on a pair of shorts and just sat in front of the camera with my like I'm doing right here, and and literally, I was like, why wear a pair of pants when nobody's gonna see that I'm wearing a pair of pants? So yeah.
What if dude says, now when was this? When was this, by the way?
This was 5 years ago when I applied to the company I'm currently working for.
Okay, what if your new boss says, hey Scotty, I love your outfit. Why don't you get up and give us a little spin there? We just saw them Hershey streaks.
Yeah, so I haven't worn that tie in 5 years. I didn't realize how short that was going to be, so I need to end up going back to DXL and buying me a bigger.
Scotty, just go order the Pockets gear and come in the Canadian tuxedo with a white T-shirt on with your face on it. Just please do it just once.
Scotty, you're an icon regardless. But you
Yeah.
looked at me and you said, hey, what time's the cutoff? I said 6 o'clock. I didn't even think any more about it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really didn't even think any more about it.
7.
Or no, it was 6, wasn't it? Didn't the show start at 7?
Yeah, it did start at 7.
30, I think, because it literally was like 6:45 when I asked you, and I was like my head just drooped because we were in the middle of something. I forgot what part of the event we were in the middle of, but my head just drooped, and I was like, "Fuck."
So our first unsuccessful cash in with a big fat short tie 0.
Put your hands in your pockets and go stand in the corner.
Yeah. So somebody needs to beat me with the wooden spoon back here. Like I good grief.
Well, let's look at the updated points here. As of I did not have a great turnout myself. I've had 2 shows in a row. I've not done well. But Rob, 13 points. There was 15 available. Rob got 13. Ricky got 12. Randy got 12. Micah got 12. I got 10. And Jesse, who had a perfect card last time, crapped the bed herself, but she did score more points than Scotty. Scotty had 0.
Way to go, Damien.
So
yeah,
updated points as of.
I'll take the on that. You know what? That should be that we should.
It's called the Damien when you don't fill out your card.
We should get a thing made, or like anytime somebody doesn't fill out their card, they have to hold a sign up and take a picture of themselves with the word Damien.
Well, you know what, Scotty, let's be honest. You've done this a couple times where you haven't filled out a card. So is that a stipulation you want?
I've Damien myself quite a few times. So
yeah, you definitely Damien. So updated point standings. I have 80, still in the lead, but losing the lead. Randy 76, 4 points behind. Ricky 6 points behind with 74. Micah was 74. Jesse was 73. Rob with 63 and Scotty with 58. Pretty sure Rob and Scotty are pretty sure they're out of it. So
we got an AEW pay-per-view coming up there that'll probably be like 50 points worth out of that.
Yes, it's very possible. We'll missed out by two seconds.
Is there an NXT pay-per-view coming up again at New Year's, or is that just a random show?
I think it's just random. There's only one more pay-per-view. We possibly might add. I'm going to check out this Saturday night main event thing. It's not going to be a normal show. It's going to be every once in a while. So we might add that to the mix of shows. Yeah. So because January, there's no WWE pay-per-view in January.
Yep.
And this card looks like a pay-per-view card.
It does. Well, it's loaded. Yeah, it's NBC, so it's loaded. FTW, isn't there a New Year's revolution? No,
they don't do that anymore.
No. No, theirs is end of what is it? What is their final show? They do have a revolution, but that's later. What is the AEW's final show?
World's End.
World's End. Thank you. I knew some kind of end. Yeah, World's End. FTW. I think that's the kid I met at. Maybe not. Maybe it's not.
AEW's last pay-per-view. Tony Khan's back end.
Yeah, back end. So we'll get to that stuff later on. But anyway, that is the points. Saturday night's main event was always stacked. I was going to ask you if you were adding. Yeah, I think we're going to. Are you doing Saturday night? People now. Who's FTW, by the way? Somebody fill me in on it. Who FTW is? Yes, it is. Oh, the kid from it. You should join our fantasy, bro. You should join our fantasy. Click on our go to our YouTube page, which you're on YouTube right now, and click
Patreon.
Click the Patreon and then go to fantasy and go to subscribe. As soon as you subscribe, you're automatically in. And plus you get all the other stuff. First Hardway Wrestling card will be sent out in January.
Yeah, get your dad's credit card, put that $5 in.
Matter of fact, get your dad's credit. Get him involved too. We'd love to have your dad involved. So I'd like to add 3 more people to round it out for this next cycle here. So yeah. So anyway, let's get into some stuff here. Let me see if I can share this again without it being a problem. Maybe it'll be a problem. Share the screen.
Can't wait till the Pornhub link comes up.
Now, so you got the raw. I don't. That shit ain't on this fucking computer. I love my computer, and I like to keep it that way. Ray Phoenix, boys, are y'all caught up on Ray Phoenix? He is not happy. Now Penta is gone now from AEW. He actually believe he said his FTW. Send me a message. Send me a message when you do. If you get hooked up here, it's fun. It's $5 a month. You can't beat it, bro. You can't beat it. Plus, if you're subscribed, and we get into this. What about Raw on Netflix? Are you doing that? So no. Here's what we do. FTW. I explain to you. For the world, right? Fuck the world. Is that what it is? We do pay-per-views, right? We do points. It's a point system for pay-per-views. So we do all AEW. We do
WWE.
NXT and WWE, and probably going to do the I'm going to look into it, but we're probably going to do the Saturday Night Main Event also. And it's all points related. The very first show coming out of January, which will probably be that Saturday Night Main Event, will be for the Money in the Bank. So you have basically 2 months of that cycle. It runs for 2 months in a row.
Saturday Night Main Event Saturday.
This one is, yes.
Oh,
yeah,
so
we're not doing this one. We're not doing this one because I didn't add it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't add it. I didn't want to add it in at the last minute and fuck people up. So but we'll probably gonna end up doing it for the next cycle. But anyway, you'll get if you win that week, you get Money in the Bank, which you can cash in at any time on whoever the champion is. So if I'm the champion leading into the following month and you win the Money in the Bank, you have multiple shows, multiple pay-per-views to cash that in any moment. Now, when you cash it in, you have to announce that you're cashing it in. You can't just beat me and say, well, yeah, I cashed it in. No. You have to. We need you to cut a video promo. I want to see a video promo, and then I want you. And we'll put it up. We'll put the promo right here on the video here. We'll get you up here. And then you cash it in. But make sure if you cash it in that you fill out your card, because it doesn't work if you don't fill out your card. So anyway, Ray Phoenix claims that he needed a doctor but was ignored as tensions with AEW escalate. The contractual status of AEW star Ray Phoenix. We are 24 minutes in, haven't done shit yet. The contractual status for AEW star Ray Phoenix is drawing increasingly, that's a nice word, with speculation mounting about with speculation, thank you. Fucking do a softball too. With speculation mounting about the potential controversy on Saturday night, Sportskeeda's Dr. Chris Featherstone posted on X describing the real story involving Phoenix as a huge injustice, according to Featherstone. Featherstone says, I received information. This was a tweet on X, or an X on X, or a hat on a hat, one or the other. I received information from AEW source on November 20th regarding the Lucha Bros status, but did not report it, as I was waiting for one of them to begin speaking their mind about the situation. I was told that it was coming. There's more to it. I was told that the day that Penta's contract was soon ending with AEW, Ray Phoenix did just that, spoke his mind. So here's some intel I received. The alleged excuse that Tony Khan found out that the Lucha Bros being in talks with WWE is fake news, and the real reason will be revealed. There is a real story behind the situation with Ray Phoenix, which is a huge injustice. Expecting Lucha Bros to go more in depth about their time in the AEW when they are free and clear to do so. When they do, it's going to be ugly. Boys, this is
I can't wait.
Yeah.
this is our new CM Punk.
It is.
Yes. Yes.
It's just going to make
More
CM Punk
drama.
look better. Well, somewhat.
I doubt it. What could this be? Like, I'm like on the fence about what this could be. Is there an NDA being signed? I mean, I think if this is a move by Ray Phoenix, right? If this
Did
is a
Alex
move by Ray Phoenix,
Abrahantes translate it correctly?
it's very it's very possible he didn't. If this is a move by Phoenix, it is genius because it is possible that there is something going on, and Tony doesn't want it out. Now,
Yeah.
Ray Phoenix's contract don't end till like late next year. So, in order for Ray to get out of his contract, do you think he would sign an NDA to not let that information out?
See, it all depends on what the information is and how. Like, okay, here's the thing: they might sign an NDA, but I guarantee you, they would hold Tony Khan up and say, "You want me to sign this? Then you pay me 2 or 3 times more than what you're paying me now for me to sign it." Kind of like the Vince McMahon situation, like, offering them extra money to sign an NDA. I hope they don't. I hope they just basically, all right, you know what? We'll wait it out, and we'll just go out there. Kind of like I want to.
He's going to be Ricky Starks.
Yeah.
He's going to be the AEW next Ricky Starks for the next 8 months.
Yeah, and I want to see what kind of stuff comes out because, like, I don't know what that headline was implying. But let's just say that headline is true. Ricky or Ray Phoenix needed a doctor and was ignored. Whatever that means. Ray Phoenix has gotten injured on numerous occasions. We saw the arm go the wrong way on Dynamite that one night, things like that. And we have heard from CM Punk's own mouth that when he got hurt himself, he did all of his own doctor stuff. The company never scheduled anything. They never put anything out there to help him. They never gave him any resources. And, when he was interviewed on, what's his name's podcast, the MMA.
Ariel Helwani.
Helwani, thank you. When he interviewed on Helwani, he said the difference between the injury that he had in WWE and the injury he had in AEW was night and day. So maybe there's something medical going on where, the reason Phoenix was out so long was that he was not given proper care by the company that he works for, who could have gotten him everything he needed to get him back up and running and gotten him back on the roster in time, in a shorter amount of time.
Isn't Tony paying these guys like $1 quadrillion? Go get your own medical.
Okay. Yes.
Well, it seems like it, but then again, the ones that are getting these ginormous contracts are the ones coming from WWE. I mean, he's blown his load on Mercedes. Why, I don't know.
In a lot of ways, I'm sure.
And then you've got guys like Miro, who's been sitting at home for the last 2 years, almost collecting a paycheck, doing nothing.
Andrade was there collecting a paycheck. He's now in WWE, but he was collecting a paycheck and wasn't really doing all that much.
After Sammy Guevara had him kicked out of the arena.
Yeah, very much so. I don't know. I get what you're saying, Jason, but at the same time, when you have with WWE, when you have $1 million or $1 billion company, you can provide the resources for when guys get injured. What's the guy they usually send them to down in Alabama? There's always a certain. Yeah. They have the ability. Hey, we've got this guy down here. He does most of our work. We're gonna Dr. Andrews.
Yeah.
They send their guys down to this professional. In the entire world of NFL, Tony Khan's got all the NFL connections. The NFL is probably, or the Jaguars probably have a surgeon that they go to if they get injured and stuff like that. Hello, AEW guys.
You would think with the kind of matches AEW constantly has, they would have a better healthcare system when Ray Phoenix is getting super kicked with a shoe that has spikes and tacks on the bottom of it.
Is Dr. Sampson a real doctor?
I doubt it. He's probably about as he's probably got the same PhD as Rick Knox.
They probably should check his PhD.
Yeah.
See what the temperature is.
Yeah.
So depending on what this is going to be how soon we see him in WWE. Does that make sense? If it is a real legitimate story and he is released or he ends up in WWE sooner than later.
I hope so.
Then there will be something. I'm sure there'll be an NDA sign and they won't be able to. Ray Phoenix has since deleted these tweets.
Yeah.
If he ends up like February or March, then he signed something and we won't hear his shit. But if this runs all the way to like October of next year, first off, Ray is going to be fucking beside himself. And won't be able to, he won't be able to hold it back whenever he gets out. It'll be ridiculous. Yeah. Now, whether we'll be able to translate or not, that's another story.
Well, and here's the other thing. Okay. And like, I understand the CM Punk situation. There was an NDA sign there. But here's the thing NDAs nowadays aren't worth the paper they're written on. And I guarantee you a good lawyer, like a good lawyer could get any of these guys out of their NDAs, through whatever means necessary. I guarantee there's some loophole that they could use to get the NDA dissolved and no longer, Well,
why aren't more NDAs being broken then? See, I don't believe that. I think there are probably some dumb lawyers out there. I've dealt with a few in my life that probably don't cross their T's and dot their lowercase J's. You know what I mean? They're just Wayne's World reference.
Yeah, I remember.
Like Stephen. Okay, we always say Stephen P. New. That's Jim Cornette's lawyer. He's obviously lawyer to the wrestlers. That guy probably could figure out a way of getting out if there is a way. There are WWE has really good lawyers. What NDAs were broken for the WWE? Well, only the ones that weren't fulfilled correctly, like Janelle Grant's lawsuit. Pay the bitch, and we don't hear nothing, right? We hear nothing. How many people do we not know anything about? And now I don't know how long if there's a statute of limitations on these NDAs, if it's 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever. But I don't know.
Well, and see, here's the other thing is, again, I think it's more on the other end of the company that's providing the NDAs, that's saying we don't want this information out, so we're gonna make you sign an NDA or whatnot, or we're gonna hold you till whatever time we want to hold you. And I think in a lot of ways, considering the way AEW is being run, and yes, they seem to have a pretty ironclad loophole or ironclad NDA with Punk over Brawl Out and the other stuff that went on. Well, at least Brawl Out. The Jack Perry stuff he just commented on immediately, but Brawl Out seems to have the NDA. But let's say in 5 years, AEW doesn't exist. At that point, can somebody be held to an NDA? And again, this would be a great question for a lawyer.
Yes.
They can still be held to an NDA even though the company that created the NDA no longer exists.
And he's gone. He brought the link up.
There we go. Again, he says yes. I'm kind of curious because in my view, I'm not the legal mind, but in my view, if a company no longer exists as an entity, if it has been dissolved, then the NDA no longer exists as well because that company is no longer there to enforce it. Now, if he signed an NDA with Tony Khan as an individual, then Tony Khan then the NDA is still enforceable because you signed it individual to individual, not individual to business. But therein lies, and that's, I think, there lies the loophole. So, but again, I'm no lawyer. I wish we knew somebody that we could get on here to explain this kind of stuff, because I would be
above my pay grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I would love to know, because in my view, I feel like, NDA or like person to person, yes, it can still be enforced. Person to entity, such as a company that no longer exists, how do you, how do you get the NDA to? How is the NDA? Yeah, how is the NDA still enforceable?
yeah.
Well,
Next episode of Suits, AEW versus.
But yeah, we will
Ray
see
Phoenix.
what happens, and then we still haven't gotten our fearless leader back. So I don't know.
Here.
He's buffering.
Am I buffering? Am I really buffering?
He is buffering.
We've had a lot of rain.
The bald head was so shiny, it just had to buffer.
Can you not see me right now?
God damn it. All right, let me see if I can pull up the Monday Night Raw results, and we'll get into that.
Start on that, and then when...
bear with me for a minute. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, no time for Raw today, boys.
Yeah, well.
No time for Raw today. I can see you and hear you the whole time. I don't know what was going on there. We had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of rain in here. I'm sure that we are we're experiencing some sort of difficulties from
Mr. Puffers was about to get your window
from the rain. We're going to try to share this again. You guys see that? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's get into Raw. Raw on Netflix. It's coming here in January. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the chat here real quick. Yeah, everybody could see me. Everybody could see me.
Well, Ricky and I couldn't see you or hear you.
Damn.
And he's gone again.
Every time he pulls that link up.
Yeah, there
he goes.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, can you see me now? I don't know what's going on with that, but I'll just do it this way. All right, Netflix coming January 2025. I'm super excited about this. I think this opens the door for a lot of different things. They just released a list, and I don't have it in front of me, of everything that's going to be on Netflix that is going to be available. Some of the old pay-per-views and WrestleManias and whatnot. So we're going to get that library, just like with
all the stuff that the cock won't show.
Yes. They're probably going to add Jesse Ventura back in. They're going to add Roddy Piper back in. So yeah, I was just sitting really still. Didn't turn upside down. But anyway, they're starting to release some stuff that they're going to be putting on Netflix, just like they did with Peacock. You remember, guys, we had the network, which was probably the best thing ever. And then they started rolling stuff over to Peacock, and we were so mad because it wasn't in order, and we couldn't get this, and we couldn't get that. So, but yeah, anyway, January, Netflix, they have put in a request of everybody they want, which is everybody they want. All of them. Cody, Roman, they put a thing in for Gunther, they, CM Punk, they want them all or nothing at all. Good song. All right. So they did a commercial, several stars such as Io Sky, Kairi Sane, Motor City Machine Guns, Elektra Lopez, members of the LWO, and even Baron Corbin, who, by the way, is fired or released. They all shot a commercial for the new streaming platform. Cody Rhodes and the streaming giant have also discussed a potential movie role, and which unfortunately never saw the light. So we're probably going to get a lot of that kind of stuff with them putting wrestlers in movies and stuff. So they're calling it the transfer portal. Is that what they're calling it? Just like college.
Yep.
So it looks like going over to Netflix, and they have not released. These are all speculations, things that we're hearing. Number one, the one we do know is John Cena is going to start his final run on
retirement
Netflix.
tour.
in January. All right, we're gonna see that, which is going to be pretty epic. Hopefully, pretty epic. And it won't. Hopefully, it's not like Undertaker's last ride. We're gonna get Cody Rhodes going over to Netflix, most likely. Roman Reigns going over. Roman Reigns in the Bloodline going over to Netflix from SmackDown. Gunther supposedly is going from Raw to SmackDown, which is to me is a little.
We can't have both world champions on the same show.
I get it, but man, I love Gunther. Anyway, we're probably gonna get The Rock.
Gunther on Friday nights.
Yeah. Right now, I believe SmackDown is killing in the ratings over Raw. We'll look at that at another time. We won't look at it today. But who else could you guys see going over to Raw and kicking this thing off besides everybody?
Nia Jax.
Oh God!
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Poor Nia. Poor Nia. She's had a rough week.
She's going. Yeah. No.
Yeah. She's had a rough week since she threw those terrible chair shots.
Yeah. The love taps.
Yeah. So.
I'm trying to think like who's.
When you give $5 billion to a company, you give them the company gives you anything you want.
Motor City Machine Guns. I could see them going over for the tag division.
Well, all these people that shot commercials, I think Bianca Belair is in that commercial.
LA Knight.
Definitely probably LA Knight. JBL. A botch of JBL. I don't know what you mean there, FTR. JBL. He's running the indies right now.
He's been running in TNA.
Well, that's I consider that an indie. He's at GCW. He's been at TNA. He's shown up on other smaller promotions and just clothesline people from hell. So, yeah. So, Bianca Belair, Brian's favorite. She will be over there also. So, are they burying SmackDown on USA? Is that what they're doing?
It almost seems like it.
Yeah. All the major stars. So if Cody and Roman are going to be on the same show together, ooh. Are we getting Cody Roman 3?
Well, and see, here's the other
Some
thing.
form of it. With or without The Rock, or also read rumor that if Rock does not come back for Mania, they could run a triple threat with Cody, Roman, and Punk.
There you go.
Yeah, I hope not.
But here's
also
the other.
Put the belt on Punk.
Oof.
Here's the other thing, though, and again, yes, they're doing this transfer window thing, but here's what I think is going to get interesting. This is WrestleMania season.
Yes.
Anybody can show up on any show at any time during this point. You know, from now until WrestleMania, they're going to be passing people back and forth, getting everybody involved in other storylines to kind of really build to, honestly, what in my view could be the biggest WrestleMania they do. You know, like, again, they
not
really
possible. The last WrestleMania is the biggest WrestleMania ever. The one that Ricky and I went to. And
we were there, and he's frozen.
Close your window. Close that window. It keeps.
That's all they need.
Yeah, you can't open that window, dude. Every time you do, you go.
No shit. So. I'm trying. There might be an update or something I'm missing here. So go ahead.
But anyways, but no, I think there's going to be a lot of transfer back and forth at least until Mania, and then they'll settle in with new rosters and transfer people around, or have people finally end up at their final destination, whether it's Netflix or USA. So, and honestly, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, because I think that I pray to God that Netflix doesn't take all the good talent and just leave SmackDown with freaking, the old, like, half
they
the old.
Still beat Rampage.
Well, yeah, no kidding. Anything freaking dog polo can beat Rampage. So, but yeah, no, I I think that right now we are in a good time where things are going to just, you'll see everybody on everything. They're going to really stack Raw for a while, but yet still be bringing people to SmackDown to kind of keep storylines going there. So yeah, it'll be interesting as we lead up to Mania.
Awesome. Well, you say we're in a good place right now, and I agree with WWE, but you know who's not in a good place, Scotty?
AE freaking W.
AE Dub, Collision, or like I like to call it, a colostomy bag. This fucking show. I couldn't tell you the last time I sat down and watched a Collision, because it is not that good.
I just catch a couple clips online. What do you think it's going to be like this Saturday night running up against main event?
Woo! I can't wait to see those ratings.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see those ratings. Most likely what will happen was Tony will move it to
6 o'clock.
Supposedly that is going to be moving to Friday anyway, Collision, and they're getting rid of Rampage. So I think we talked about that before, that they were going to dump the Rampage.
I knew they were dumping Rampage, but I thought they were going to keep Collision on Saturday.
FTW says AEW is booty cheeks. Let's hope it doesn't freeze up live like this Tyson fight did.
Yeah.
Listen, and I heard Triple H say this, and then we're going to move on to some ratings here. But I heard Triple H say this: if they freeze up like the Mike Tyson fight, then that means that they were overrun with like 18 million viewers. And he said, "We'll figure it out." So good for them. Good for them. Let's hope it freezes up. Anyway, I don't watch it live anyway. I watch it on my phone as I'm driving. So Collision, December 7th, quarter hour breakdown. This all comes from WrestleNomics. Leads in 265,000 people to lead in. Anybody want to guess what their high was for the night?
265,000.
Okay, 265. Scotty.
So you're talking which quarter hour was the highest? Is what you're asking?
Total for the night. Who had what? It did hit a high during the night.
You're looking for the total average. Total average, in my view, is probably going to be 175. Total average.
175. Well, okay. Well, that's a little high. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. So anyway, so how this breaks down into quarter hours. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quarters, which means how many hours, Scotty?
2 hours.
2 hours. There you go. So it leads in at 265,000 viewers. And that is for the recap, Darby Allin versus Commander, through picture-in-picture ads. And there's an ad break in there. The 18 through 49 demo, 95,000 people.
Good.
Wow.
0.07 rating. 0.07. Then it jumps up. Darby for two ad breaks. Darby Allin versus Commander continued. Don Callis, Konosuke Takeshita, Powerhouse Hobbs backstage angle. Ad break. Selena Deeb versus Willow Nightingale through picture-in-picture full screen ads. The 8:15 through 8:30. 314,000 people.
Whoa.
Okay.
People
Nice
like
little jump there. Nice little jump. Yeah, we all know they love Willow.
We're a pro Willow podcast.
111K, 18 through 49. Moving on. Third quarter hour. Serena Deeb versus Will Nightingale continued. Thunder Rosa backstage promo. John Moxley live promo. 323,000 people.
Interesting.
So we're coming up. We're growing. We're growing. Except for we get to a part here where people get fucking tired and want to go to bed.
Where they're drunk already.
8:45 to 9 p.m. If I was, I got a solution here. Speaking of drunk, quarter hour 4 after the first hour, 8:45 to 9 p.m. Death Riders, Orange Cassidy live angle, ad break, FTR backstage promo. Death Riders, Cassidy, FTR backstage angle.
Sent in the message.
Oh yeah.
Where
Oh
they
yeah.
tried to
This where he
chemical
dumped.
him to death.
Yeah, he dumped Windex down his throat or something. Tried to.
It's like green.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. Probably Kool-Aid. Death Riders, Cassidy, FTR backstage angle. Takeshita Okada, Okada versus Kyle Fletcher.
Side note: I bet you that was real chemicals.
It might have been. They use real glass. Why not use real chemicals?
See,
286,000 people.
Gonna kill somebody, kill them right.
Almost 30K drop.
Yep, that's not surprising.
102K in the 18 to 49 demo. Then we move on to quarter hour number 1 of the second hour. 9 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. Okada versus Kyle Fletcher continued through picture-in-picture ads. 271,000 people. We're seeing a drop. Now we're seeing that we went from 286, 323 to 286 to 271. Then we move on to Beast 9:15 to 9:30. Beast Mortos versus Aaron Solo Cup. Top Flight, Action Andretti, Leila Gray, Leo Rush backstage angle, Emi Sakura. How's that not a ratings pool? Versus Mina Shirakawa through picture ads, full screen, picture and full screen ads. Shirakawa, you'd have thought for sure that would have brought in some ratings, but no. 215,000 people, 25,000, about 25K drop. 24K, whatever it is, 23. 9:30.
They didn't add in Scotty's favorite Riho.
If Mina would have been doing the old shaky thing, but we might have got more. So, Emi Sakura, 9:30, 9:45. Emi Sakura versus Mina Shirakawa continued post match. Mariah May, Shirakawa video ad break. Mark Briscoe, Daniel Garcia backstage angle. Briscoe versus Garcia. 249,000 people, 8,000 drop. Final quarter, 9:45 to 10 p.m. Mark Briscoe versus Daniel Garcia continued through picture ads. 255K. Now it did climb there a little bit towards the end, but ratings are god awful for Collision.
No overrun.
No overrun.
Wow. They always overrun. Every program they do, they overrun.
I mean, it doesn't say overrun here. It says 9:45 to 10 p.m. So if it was an overrun, it didn't matter. Started out with 95K in the 18 to 49, the high of 111, and then dipped to 74K by 10 p.m. All right, here's how we fix it. Tony Khan, listen up. Put down the Coke. Soda. That's what I meant. Soda. Here's what you do.
I'm waiting for him to sign cocaine.
Do you know what cocaine? I'm in. Put him on Collision. You know how UFC was in every B-dubs and all the bars and stuff like that? You want to pad your ratings? You want to pad USW awards? You bring in some ringers, right? You go sign B-dubs, AEW official, whatever official, blah 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 of whatever official wings of whatever official poor service of AEW is B-dubs. Then you put them on in every B-dubs, right? That's got to boost your ratings, right?
Till nobody wants to go to B-dubs anymore.
Well, I mean, whatever. Owen's in the house. Owen Hardy. So yeah, that's how you fix it, right? That's how you fix it. You put them on every B-dubs, or you find yourself a chain like a Ruby Tuesdays or TGI Fridays or what's the old strip club they had for a restaurant? The Tilted Kilt. Let's yeah, huh?
Yeah, the Tilted Tilted Kilt or Hooters.
There you go. Yeah, put them in Hooters and have Mia Shirakawa dress up in a Hooters outfit, and
I'm definitely tuning in.
Yeah, the wings are shitty, but Mia Shirakawa's wings are pretty hot. Anyway, yeah, that's how we fix it. Then let's take a look real quick here at Raw on this was the ninth Raw. So opened up with 1.43 million viewership. 550K from 18 to 49. So we know Raw, we know WWE is doing something right now. These ratings are actually pretty good and they stay steady. They had 1.43 million Gunther Judgment Day, Damian Priest, live angle. Then there was an ad break, 8 to 8:15, 8:15, 8:30, Judgment Day, Adam Pearce, backstage angle, the final testicles, and the Miz versus the Wyatt Six. Riot 6 through an ad break, 1.37 million. So a little bit of a drop there. But half of that, and that's what it looks like for pretty much all of these. Half of it is 18 to 49 demo.
Yeah.
You have the Final Testament. Did I already do that? Nope. Yeah. 8:30 to 8:45 Final Testament versus Wyatt 6 continued. CM Punk backstage interview, which he was mad. You don't talk about Chicago Blackhawks. Ad break recap. Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan. 1.44 million. So we had a little bump up there. And here's how much everybody loves Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai versus 8:45 to 9. Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan continued through ad break. Post match with Pure Fusion Collective, Damage Control, Drew McIntyre promo, ad break. 1.3 million, 1.30 million, 1.3 million people. Then we get a little bump up here. New Day recap. Cody Rhodes, Adam Pearce, New Day backstage angle, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn live promo, 9 to 9:15, 1.4 million, and that will be its high for the evening. So people want to know what's going on with New Day, and after that, nobody will care. 9:15 to 9:30, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre ramp up ad break. This is where I think that's where Sami and them got into a fight in the back, right?
Sami and Drew.
Sami and Drew, sorry. Sami and Drew, McIntyre ramp up angle, ad break. Zelina Vega versus Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile. Who won that? Valkyria won that?
Valkyria.
Yeah. 1.32 million. 9:30 to 9:45. If you're bored with this, I apologize. All this does make sense. So we're probably going to do this separate one day. Just cover stats. 1.4 million for the Zelina Vega versus Lyra Valkyria Nile continued. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley backstage angle, ad break, New Day backstage promo, New Day live angle, 9:30 to 9:45, 1.42. So not bad, staying pretty steady. Then we had a little bit of a drop off here. Still, the 18 through 49, 500,000 people still love it. Ad break, Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez through an ad break, 9:45 to 10 p.m., 1.3 million. So take notes. Take notes, Tony Khan.
Yes.
They're doing something right.
Yes, exactly.
Tony's taking the wrong notes.
Yeah.
And just, again, one day we'll do, a comparison, even though they're not head to head with each other, Raw versus Dynamite, and just look at, the steady decline, like a couple weeks ago, just very, very quickly. We can even by the steady decline of AEW through the years, the Raw or the Dynamite before Thanksgiving, they have done a Dynamite before Thanksgiving for 5 years. And 4 out of those 5 years were in the 800,000s. This last one before Thanksgiving, 500,000.
Yeah,
again,
I had a breakdown of 2023 for AEW, and
yeah,
the ratings were really good. And when they brought Collision out, Collision had almost, I want to say it was like 700, 800,000 with CM Punk on it, and then it steadily dropped. Right, it steadily dropped. So
it's interesting to follow the stats, and again, like, again, it may be a little boring for some viewers, but I'm telling you right now, it tells a very interesting story of where AEW versus WWE is. And if you look, even when WWE was under Vince and there was a lot of stupid shit going on, they were still 1.1, 1.2. Sometimes it was a really good show, 1.3 million, but they were always steady. AEW fluctuated a lot in those early years. Yeah, there was the millions, then there was the 900,000, but it's steadily gone down. WWE has not gone down. They fluctuated, but they have never hit well below. They've never hit anything under a million.
Jericho's demo god gimmick didn't last that long.
Nope. So something it's very telling as a wrestling or both of these after a 5-year run where WWE's been in this thing and AEW's just started, but yet look at where they're at. So I like hearing the stats. I like hearing, what each company is doing because it makes it gives you points of comparison to see what's working and what's not. And like you said,
I chose Raw because Raw is the least right now. Right now, SmackDown is their number one.
Yeah.
For now, and then Raw is their least. So I went with their least. And we're gonna do more of this stuff with WrestleNomics and that kind of shit. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Brandon Thurston and WrestleNomics for being willing to compile all this data. Again, it must hurt his eyes after a while as he's compiling.
There's programs out there to pull that stuff in, but these are all Nielsen. These are all from Nielsen. So, but anyway, yeah. So we're gonna watch this stuff pretty closely here from here on out. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Planes stay in the air because of math, and Collision can't stay in the air because of math. So weird. So we want again. It sounds like we're shitting, and it's Tony and Scotty hates AEW. Doesn't like AEW, but I like AEW. I really just want AEW to be better, and whatever we can do to make AEW better. But sometimes you need to see hard facts to realize how bad you are. And I don't care what when people hear Tony Khan come out and say, "Oh no, TBS they love us. We're happy with our demographic." They can't be happy. They cannot be happy with what they're fucking seeing right now. They just can't.
Yeah, they could replace that with the Big Bang Theory and probably get more views.
They could probably replace it with any Disney movie or any whatever, Christmas Story. They're going to run 24 hours of the Christmas Story on Christmas Day. I'll be pulling those ratings.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Boys, that's going to do it here for Harmony Wrestling. Thank you guys so much. If you joined us, in the chat here, there was a lot of chat going on here. We'll just cover something real quick. Who will be Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship? Go. Scotty, go. Who will be Braun Breaker? Go.
No one.
Ricky, go.
I want to see Kaiser take it. Or yeah. Let Kaiser take it.
I like that. I like that. Yeah. I think we're going to I think Finn Balor is going to win that on Saturday.
I thought Balor was going up against.
Oh no, I was thinking of that. Now I'm thinking a different match. My bad. Yep. Anyway, there's a spoiler.
Yeah.
Finn Balor is going to win. No, I don't think anybody should take it off Braun. I'm with Scotty. Nobody should take it off him.
Nobody should take it off him.
Yeah.
Let the Steiner legacy live on.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it here for Harmony Wrestling. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure you go to our actually, we have a link tree up now. It's on I think it's on our Facebook. It's on our YouTube. You can click any of our social medias to find out anything about us.
And it's growing it is Samoan tree.
It is really, we are the Zillafatu of the Samoa tree right now. We're just sneaky climbing in, yelling, "I love you, Solo." Make sure you go to our Patreon if you want to join a fantasy league and beat Scotty, which doesn't seem to be very hard because he doesn't fill out his card. You can do that. It's $5 a month. The rest right now it runs for 2 months straight. Might change that eventually, but right now it's $5 a month. You can't beat it. Also, if you're a member of Patreon, you will be getting a Hardway Wrestling trading card, which starts in January. It will be signed by the actual wrestler themselves, all independent wrestlers as of now. Working on something with an ex WWE guy, but it's a little harder than I thought it was going to be. So, but anyway, you'll get that card sent out to you in the mail or hand delivered if I know who you are. So check that out, Patreon.com. You can also buy merch on there. We have a shirt or two, or maybe that's it for now. More merch to come. Ricky,
there's a shirt and you picture of you pointing at Adam Armstrong's package.
That's right, baby. That's funny. That's how
pointing at his slab of bacon.
It is. He's just simply stunning. So anyway, thank you boys so much, and we'll see you guys. Oh, wait a minute. 2 more shows before the end of the year. We'll not be back the rest of this week. Crazy busy. Christmas show will be next week. And then we will have okay, I'm lying. We'll have World's End. We'll just do predictions for World's End. And then we'll have our year-end show where we'll go over our year-end awards for wrestlers. If you have not seen those, go to our Facebook page, which you can find in the link tree on YouTube and Instagram and wherever else you can find us. And go vote for men wrestler of the year, woman wrestler of the year. There's going to be some other ones put up there. Also, we're going to go over everything that we predicted in January. We're going to go over that and tell you what we were wrong about. So,
I forgot that.
Happy birthday on the 16th. How did you know it was my birthday on the 16th, bro? How did he know? Are you stalking me? You stalking? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm watching you. Anyway, thank you guys. We'll see you guys next time.
On the hard way.
Conan!